I am in a really cool office right now, and you guys are like, why are you in an office? Why aren't you in a van? Well, I'm in an office that makes window covers as well as like dividers from the front of the cab to the back living quarters. It's called Van Made Gear. We are with the owner right here. His name is Simon, and we are going to get after hours access to his shop, what they do, how they make things. Why should you buy from a professional person that makes these over trying to do them yourself? Because poor Simon has actually gone through it all himself. And we're gonna learn a lot about all of this, so wanna stay tuned for this one because it is fascinating to me, and I've been waiting to do a video about window covers and window cover companies, so let's check it out all right now. Simon, how are you, man?
Good.
Good. It's good to see you. I actually saw you for the first time at Overland Van Expo, and you were so busy I couldn't approach you.
All right.
That's how busy you were. You were a great human, and you do really cool stuff. This space that we're in right now, kind of give me a breakdown. What do we got going on?
Yeah. So this is Van Made Gear. We've been here for only about less than a month. This is twice the size as our previous facility.
How many employees is it? Because this is not just you. This is a lot of space for one human. So
Yeah, we have 9 employees right now.
you have a full-on business operation. You have admin, you have a shipper, you have everything, man. You do it all in-house here.
Yeah. Everything is cut, sewn, and assembled here at this warehouse. We are in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. We're in Clackamas, Oregon.
Yeah, I guess technically we
very
can't say
close to
Portland,
Portland, yeah.
but it's literally right next to Portland. So Portland, Oregon, which is fantastic. Your lead time right now is what?
We're averaging 5 weeks, but it's about 4 to 6, depending on the size of the order. Doing everything we can to meet that demand. We've hired more folks.
Walk me around the showroom a little bit, and not showroom. This is actually you don't show this off. You've got all this over here. You got those back things way over there.
Basically, the process starts at the back wall. Depending on what you've ordered, this is the manual cutting and tracing side. Just got into automatic cutting with a CNC cutter, but
We'll get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that. But this is really just how we used to do it and how we still do it. But
So wait a minute. You're telling me that every single window cover that you have a person cut there with scissors?
yes, yeah.
Wow.
And trace it. We gotta trace the shape of the template and put the seam lines, trace the seam lines, and like everything that gets sewn, we need a guideline to know where to sew. So templates.
These are all templates.
Yeah, these are half of our templates.
Oh my goodness.
These are just basically shapes of windows.
Oh my.
And,
Do you know how many offhand? Do you know how many templates there are?
we have probably about 400.
Different windows?
Yeah.
I never thought there was that many windows.
No, and within each window there may be 5 variations because there are so many aftermarket windows that goes into that same door or that same area of the van. So we try to cover everything that's out there.
Before we started rolling, you were telling me that people are designing their vans differently now. So some people use magnets, some people use clip-ins, some people use Velcro.
Yeah, and we use all of those as well. We primarily use magnets because those are the easiest and requires zero actual installation and drilling and such. So
after you hand cut, when do you go from there?
so after we hand cut, we go back and forth, but we trim it and then we start sewing the double needle lines for the folding. This is kind of like the next process. We obviously we trace it, we cut the material, and then we cut the foam that goes in the middle. Basically this is.
So these lines here are for folding purposes?
Yeah.
And
Because so that you can store it at the top of our design mostly stores at the top of the window, so that you don't have to look for a place to store it somewhere else in the van when you're not using it and you want to see out of your window.
do you have any that are the lines are running up and down or vertical, I guess?
We have a few of those. We found that when you fold it that way, it's definitely harder to. Those you usually have to pull it off the window and store it somewhere. Our style is to keep the shade on the window and not have to find a place to store it.
Way up there is a thing of Reflectix. You actually mentioned to me, you were like, yeah, we don't use that stuff.
Yeah.
You use a different material, which is this other material that's in between.
Yeah.
Why do you not use Reflectix?
Reflectix is a plastic bubble wrap, basically, that's noisy. It wears down over time pretty quickly. Performance-wise, it's really just plastic. So low E is the foam we're using. It's got actual aluminum foil on both sides and foam in the middle. So it's more durable. It's more effective, and it will last a whole lot longer.
I've also heard people using like Thinsulate as well. Have you ever tried that, or is that something you don't like to touch upon? Or
Oh no, we've tried it. The problem with Thinsulate is that it's too soft, and when you span across a larger window, you get this floppy shade. And so with Low E, it's got some rigidity to it. It's kind of a semi-rigid foam.
Okay.
And so it looks a whole lot nicer. So that's the hand cutting. Like I said, we've been here for only a month because we needed more space for this machine over here.
So now we're going to get to some really cool stuff. You also said you've been here a month,
Yeah.
but where were you? You were in a different commercial space
Yeah,
before.
we're in another warehouse that's about half the size.
How long has Van Made Gear been a thing? How long has it been a company?
2017 is when we started it. We actually started in a garage, like many small businesses. But I built a van to live in for a short period of time, and then realized that there were no window shades that fit, in my case, a Sprinter passenger van, because it has all this plastic trim around.
Yeah.
Magnets don't stick to it real well. I didn't want to store the set somewhere, the bulky, because there's a lot of windows in a Sprinter passenger van. So I didn't want to find dedicate a big cabinet for storage or anything. So I bought a sewing machine and went to work and tried to make something that I thought would work real well. So I was a systems analyst. I was working with computers and databases. This is like a complete 180 in terms of, I realized there's definitely a market for it. And initially I was actually trying to make it in the van.
Yeah, that didn't work.
That didn't work. I didn't have enough space in there.
Yeah, I tried to make a wood shop in a van. That didn't work for me either, buddy. Not only have you upgraded your location and your place, but you have this, do you know the length of this thing?
This thing is an 18-foot table.
An 18-foot CNC machine that you hopefully will have I'm assuming every one of your templates
Yep.
into the computer system.
Yep. We are digitizing everything. We're almost there. We've got most things digitized. Once that's done, this takes care of all the tracing and cutting. So that's
Will it speed the process up of your lead time go down, I guess?
that's the plan. But you guys keep on ordering, so that we're trying to meet that demand. But the demand keeps rising.
Poor you for them ordering all this van-made gear. I mean, honestly, it's some of the best stuff on the market, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. I've seen this material recently in a lot of, actually more so your product than anybody else's. Why is this different than the other stuff I've seen out there?
So it's a polyester blend, UV, what do you call it, durability. Then polyester or an acrylic-based product is definitely more UV stable over time, as opposed to nylon, for example. Nylon will color fast, it'll get brittle, and it'll look very faded over time.
Have you noticed a difference, like when people do put window shades in? Have you noticed a difference from the light coming in, heating up the inside, or keeping the heat or cool inside?
It's significant.
It is significant.
Night and day. That's the feedback I keep on getting in terms of how well it works, because in a van, you're trying to not look like you have the windows covered. When you have just raw Reflectix or something that's really shiny, you can tell that something's covering up the windows, even if it's a tinted window. We make window shades that are dark on both sides, and if you get you can order a light fabric on the inside to just brighten up the room, but on the other side, we still make it dark. From the outside, no matter how bright it is, you can't really tell that there's a window shade covering that window.
Somebody orders on your website, whatever it may be, can they pick the fabric colors?
Yes, it's fully customizable. We have a few stock colors that they can choose from. Hopefully we got something for everybody.
You have a lot of these. What do you call these? I forget what they're called again. Easy cool.
Low E.
Low E.
Yeah.
You have a lot of them already pre-cut, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what this machine does. This is This is what a vent cover looks like before it's a vent cover.
Oh, that's a vent cover. Yeah, that's what a vent cover looks like before it's a vent cover. Like, how many of these do you put, like, how many layers of your fabric do you put on?
It's just one on each side. The foam is really the magic behind the scenes because it's got the foil on both sides, doing a lot of radiant heat reflection. It's not doing any light reflection because that's not what we want.
Is it blackout? I meant to ask you that.
Yes.
They are blackout.
They are fully blackout, yeah.
Can you show me you still have it, your very first sewing machine? Just show this to me when we were not on camera. And you got this, you said like 3 years ago.
Yep, this is the guy. This is the Console 206 RB. It's my first sewing machine, and bought it off Craigslist for, I think it's like $600. No, these things are older than me.
Okay.
This is probably like a 35-year-old sewing machine.
I can see you bought another one since.
We bought a matching one. Like, that was a second machine because I loved it so much.
Yeah, I see you have obviously some more just all around the shop. There's another one of those same ones over there. I mean, you have a full-on operation here, Simon, and we didn't meet any of your team. I'm sure they're all great people. And look at that, you even have a whole bunch of rare earth magnets right there. How much of is it a pain to sew, like going through the machine while putting a magnet in? Because I would assume that would kind of screw up the machine.
That's the trick. I think that's the main problem many people would have if they try to make their shades, because each shade would have as many as like 25 to 30 magnets all around the edges. Seals out the light the best, opposed to versions that have like, say, like 10 magnets. It's a skill to sew around magnets.
Where's the best way to find you?
vanmadegear.com.
That's a tough one, guys. I don't know if you guys can figure that one out. Do you have an Instagram?
We do have VanMadeGear as Instagram, yeah.
Are you on there enough?
I'm not on there as much.
Maybe you can hire a social media person next as well.
Yeah. I'm definitely hiring for a number of positions here.
Yeah, there you go. So if you're in the Portland area and you're actually an admin assistant, you guys are reliable enough where you actually want a good job and have a pretty cool boss, I think, maybe you can hit them up at vanmadegear.com. It would be really weird if somebody actually sees their window covers in this video and they're like, hey, that's actually going to be shipped to me. Are there any ones that are done?
This one.
Before we end the video here.
This is really for like Dustin, actually. But
all right, well, shout out to Dustin. This is actually one of the reasons why I'm here in Portland.
One customer with a van that has a custom, a bed situation that's got a rail that's running across the back window on a Sprinter 144. Custom cut to fit behind and around the rail.
Wow, did you upcharge Dustin on that one?
I don't know.
You and Dustin are very good friends. Dustin owns and operates OVP, which is Overland Van Project. So I guess shout out to him during the video. I just ordered a set, not a set. I just ordered like a divider from you from my old van. The person that bought my van wants a divider from the front of the cab to the back cab, and you said you'd do that. And you also do those. Do you have any around?
Yeah.
They're kind of massive, guys.
Partially done.
Partially done?
Yeah.
Is this for a? Oh, actually, we actually didn't even say what vans you kind of go in, but you go in pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Wow, that thing is huge.
You know what? This is two left or two right sides.
Guys, I'm making Simon work after hours here. He's going all around.
Yeah, this is the partition that cuts off the front cab to the back. It's a complete game changer if you want the ultimate stealth, because when you don't cover up the front cab area and folks can see through, it increases the chance that they think you might be inside.
And look at this. You even thought of having a flap where the zipper is, which I didn't even think about. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's great. So you just snap them all into place, and that's the pass-through is the zipper. Yep. Really smart, man. Congratulations, man, on just everything you've done. What the heck are the straps for?
That's for rolling it up. So if for those with swivel seats,
yeah,
that's you don't want to turn around and face a little wall curtain. So this just rolls all the way up.
Oh my goodness. Did you not think of everything or what?
It's a lot easier when this is actually mounted on the van.
Well, yes.
Yeah, this just stays at the top of the...
Right at the top of the cab there, yeah. You've done a lot in a little amount of time. So congratulations.
All thanks to all my employees and all the great skill out there that's helping us out. And it's not all me.
Good. I appreciate you saying that, and shout out to your employees. They do a fantastic job at everything. Let's get an admin in your office, man.
Yeah.
Simon, thank you so much, man, and we will see you guys soon. Again, vanmadegear.com, or check him out on Instagram, which he never posts on, but that's okay. You were actually at a lot of expos, so if you guys see him at expos or any events, please go over and say hello. He cannot be more of a friendlier person, I promise you. I've seen him at expos myself. So, Simon, Van Made Gear, thank you, buddy.